You know, with Avengers Infinity War opening to both critical and financial success, it's a good time to be a comic book fan. I sure do hope nobody shows up to screw this all up. Oh, come on, Vox. Superheroes don't wear ponytails, and yes, it's sexist. I'm glad with all the issues going on in the world, we have to focus on fictional characters and how they choose to wear their hair. This is from Racked.com. Aren't these people like fighting each other while doing flips and jumps and stuff? Even Violet Baudelaire, the protagonist of a series of unfortunate events, famously had to tie her hair up with the ribbon in order to focus, which requires basically zero physical exertion. Well, writing this article required zero thought. The simplest answer is that comics are a visual medium, and a bunch of long, flowing hair swirling around during an already epic fight scene looks pretty cool. Wow, it's almost as if you answered your own stupid question. Camille Friend, the head of the hair departments for Marvel's Black Panther, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and the upcoming Captain Marvel starring Brie Larson, pretty much confirms that it's at least the way Hollywood sees it. In the history of superhero women in comic books, the hair has always been drawn down and flowing. When you are seeing them in action or flying, you want to be able to see the hair moving freely with the hair in constant motion. But there's a reason we don't see many male superheroes with waist-long hair, just so we can watch all that cool hair fly around. Christina Doku, an assistant professor of American literature and culture at the University of Athens, explains that the boys' club legacy of comic books, in which female characters were stuck with sexist stereotypes, still endures. Huh, do men not have long hair in comic book movies? You get that hair in a ponytail right now, you a-hole. Glad you got a haircut. Oh, come on, Aquaman, why are you shirtless right now? You're a porn star. What, is this for the female audience out there? Oh, look at you, Charles Xavier, you dirty hippie. Put that hair in a ponytail and shave that stupid beard. Loki, what are you laughing at, you smug bastard? Oh, Bucky too? Come on, man. How does that not get in your face when you're shooting people? Oh, Superman has long hair in this comic book. Oh, crap, that sucks. Even today, the physical attributes and feminine beauty of superheroines are exaggerated to make them look like, well, frankly, porn stars at worst, and sexy female athletes at best. Huh, I don't really appreciate you guys slut-shaming porn stars and acting like you're better than them. I thought this whole feminist pro-woman movement was to let women do what they want, but I guess porn actresses don't fall into that category for you guys. Isn't that sexist? The hair, by the way, isn't only impractical in combat, but also would have the effect of giving away one's secret identity, causing a whole lot of sweat and making the character suffer the unfortunate consequences of helmet hair. So I guess Clark Kent wearing glasses doesn't mean anything to you, or I don't know, the fact that it doesn't really matter in the Marvel Universe if the characters their identities get revealed, everybody knows who Black Widow is? Of course, comics are fun because they aren't real life, but even in superhero universes, hair still has meaning. Red or black hair is usually reserved for the strongest superheroine around, or the one with the most flamboyant personality. See, for example, Phoenix, Red Sonja, or Wonder Woman, while blondes are still mostly treated as glorified bimbos. Wow, bimbo, what a sexist term. Regardless of their powers, she explains, pointing to Supergirl and Smallville as examples of the latter. Meanwhile, a shaved head often indicates a godlike mental ability. Think Deadpool's Negasonic Teenage Warhead or Stranger Things 11, but can also double as a signifier of sexual preferences. To put it in a nutshell, the shorter the hair, the more precarious a character's relationship with traditional femininity. But she adds that over the past 2 decades, comics and graphic novels seem more willing to experiment with hair color and length. For Black Panther, in which every character was styled in natural hair, Camille Friend says the hairstyles were based on characters' specific tribes and their position within Wakanda. Wow, we have to praise Black Panther in this article now, do we? It's almost like you have a political bias with this movie and you say this is a positive, but you're being negative towards all these other things. Luckily, we'll get to see some of that hair diversity in Infinity War. Okoye, Shuri, and Ramonda will appear in the film, and Tessa Thompson will also reprise her gig as Valkyrie from Thor Ragnarok, in which she sported a hint of a ponytail. Boy, they haven't seen this movie yet. It's pretty funny because she doesn't make it out okay. For the most part, however, it'll be hard not to notice the abundance of long, flowing, and wildly impractical hair all over fight scenes this Friday, proving that even female superheroes have to deal with extra bullshit. You know what else is impractical? Almost every single thing that's in a comic book movie. Thor is not real, Doctor Strange isn't real, Iron Man suit's ridiculous, the Hulk doesn't make any sense. Let's not talk about those things. Let's just focus on the hair, which is clearly styled to look good on camera, and they spend hours doing it. And maybe, I don't know, some people like to wear their hair that way? How dare you get to hair shame these female characters and tell them that they're supposed to put it in a ponytail? Now, if they were just pointing this out as an observation about the hair thing, I wouldn't have an issue with this, but it's that whole "it's sexist" thing that really gets me pissed off. How is this sexist? Sexism is when you're doing something to oppress women or hurt them or shame them, like you do in this article. Do you not realize that movies are a visual medium like comic books, and the flowing hair just probably looks good on camera? I mean, that's literally probably all of it is, just like the costume choices. Why do actors wear makeup? Oh boy, we can't have that anymore. That's sexist. I mean, you keep talking about things being practical, but Black Widow being able to fight super beings as a human being isn't practical. It's almost as if you guys didn't have a point and you just wanted to have a clickbait headline, which I'm going to capitalize on in my video. Now, I've never heard of this rack.com, but Vox sharing this gave me the opportunity to view this article, and I gotta say, I was disappointed. I was hoping for something a little bit more insightful than, well, it's bullshit. I mean, honestly, who cares if Mantis, Scarlet Witch, and Black Widow and Gamora have their hair flowing, or Wonder Woman? Honestly, who gives a damn, really? In my opinion, it looks better, and there's a good argument to be made about the hair flowing thing and how it looks in the visual medium. It adds to the action scenes, it adds to the panels, it adds to the momentum and the flow and the look of the movie. I think that's the only reason. I don't think it has anything to do with sexism. They don't provide any proof for this either. They just make this claim in the headline and then have somebody respond to them in an email, and apparently that's your evidence. Fake news? I guess I could go into this more, but there's really nothing to say because this is so stupid. They shame porn actresses. They actually explain their point pretty well with the whole comic book flow thing and why artists do it. And beyond that, I pointed out that many male characters have had long hair, and nobody seems to be complaining about that. So at the end of the day, I guess it's really not women having to deal with extra bullshit, but really you having to put out a lot of bullshit. Also, let's ignore that these are strong female characters, and this is actually a franchise that embraces strong women, smart women who fight with the boys. I thought Wonder Woman was supposed to be this important film, and I actually remember a lot of the movie she actually did have her hair in a ponytail. So what's left to say? Well, I don't know. This is social justice run amok, as it always is. We can't all enjoy a good thing. We can't just go see a comic book movie that's stupid and silly and big and fun. We have to complain about mundane details. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe. Leave your opinion in the comment section, and please rewind your VHS tapes before you bring them back to the store.